Right, let me just double check if the invitation to the stream is also sent to the Telegram channel, to the Facebook group, because there's sometimes the delay with the invitations to the streams. So let me just double check if it is. Let me just double check if it is on the way. Yeah, let me just open the Telegram briefly and send the invitation now. Yeah, and just let me introduce, if you are already here and watching, let me know if you managed to join the live stream. Let me know if you see the chart. Let me know if you see me, and let me know if you are ready for another live stream. Yeah, so we have just 2 live streams left till the end of this trading year. Today we will do 1 session, and 1 more session will be next week, and then we are going to end this trading year, and the new live streams will start only from the probably from the 2nd or the 3rd week of the next trading year. So I hope that you will enjoy this live stream. I received a lot of requests to do some crypto analysis as well during today's live stream. So not only we will discuss Forex, peers, gold, oil, but we'll also check some altcoins, probably also the Bitcoin, and discuss the potential trading opportunities there. And I will show you how I analyze crypto with my trading strategy and with my multiple time frame analysis techniques. As always, if you have any issues with the live stream, immediately notify me in the live chat. If there are some lags, if there are any problems, if you don't see me, if you don't hear my voice or if you don't see the chat, immediately notify me. That will be the best and the quickest way to fix the issues with the live stream. And as always, a very important element of our live streams is, of course, the live chat, where you can ask me questions, where during the live stream you can leave me with the feedbacks, where you can ask me to analyze any trading instrument you want, and don't be shy and ask your questions. We have a very simple rule during this live streams that I don't finish the live stream till I don't answer all your questions. So it's your time, and feel free to ask. Hello, Ashraful here watching the live stream. Music's here. Tribal, Rainy Boys, Noah, Elias, Adex, Christina, Sibia, Aluru, Stevie, Michael. Thank you for joining the live stream, and I hope that you will enjoy today's session. So to warm up, I wanted to show you how I treat classic price action chart patterns. I will show you a very potentially nice trading setup on a dollar Swiss pair that is based on a combination of price action analysis, chart patterns analysis, and multiple time frame analysis. So that will be the first pair that we will analyze. Let me also add the watermark for you so you could see the trading instrument that I am analyzing. And during the live stream, if you do not understand which chart I'm checking, just check the middle of the chart. There you will see the name of the trading instrument that I am analyzing and the time frame. And yes, Sibia, thank you so much for reminding me about the watermark. Julius, occasionally I forget to add it, and then during the middle in the middle of the live stream, I suddenly remember, but the half of the live stream, the members just don't understand which instrument I analyze. So with all that being said, let's analyze dollar Swiss pair. Let me explain to you how I use my trading strategy and how I use chart patterns in making predictions on Forex market. We always start the analysis with the higher time frame, and the first time frame that I start the analysis with is the daily time frame. On a daily time frame, the first task will be to try to objectively identify the current market trend. Analyzing the price action, you should try to correctly examine where the market is going. You should identify the current direction of the market. You should decide whether the market is bullish, bearish, or consolidating. And after that, after analyzing the market trend, then you dive deeper, and based on your trend analysis, you look for the trading opportunities. So what do we see on a dollar Swiss pair? We see that since the beginning of September, the market was strongly bullish, and the market was going up rapidly, setting new higher highs and higher lows. So we can see a clear, strong bullish trend. But if we zoom in the chart and analyze the recent price action, we can spot the recent changes of the market sentiment. We can see that the market started to slow down. You can see that here was our last higher high in a bullish trend, and after that, after the correctional movement, the price went up again, but the price did not manage to update the high, and moreover, the market did not manage even to retest the current high, and the price set the lower high instead. The price set the lower high and dropped. And if we analyze this recent price action, we can also see a very classic bearish price action pattern right here. And Stevie correctly noticed right here a very perfect head and shoulders pattern. And if you study the price action trading books, this head and shoulders pattern is a very perfect example of the correct and valid pattern that you may see in the books. We have a clear left shoulder, a very nice head, and the right shoulder. And when you see this pattern, you should always pay close attention to its neckline. The neckline of the pattern is a very important element. It is the zone, the area where buyers are placing their orders. That is the zone where the buying volumes are accumulating. And while the price is staying above the neckline, while the neckline is respected, and while we see bullish reactions to the neckline, the trend remains bullish. But what happens when the price violates the neckline? It signifies that buyers simply lost confidence in that support, and the selling pressure was very strong, and the demand did not manage to absorb the entire supply, and for that reason the neckline was violated. Also, from the trend analysis rules, the neckline breakout is a very important event, because not only we formed a strong bearish pattern right here, but also from the trend analysis rules, we now have a minor bearish trend. We have a strong bearish impulse, the retracement with the lower high, and then break of structure and the formation of a new lower low. So this pattern is so powerful because it quite accurately predicts the violation of a current bullish trend, but also the start of a new, at least local bearish trend. Yes, I hope that it is clear. And then, after the breakout of the neckline, the best strategy to follow is to watch and wait for the retest of a broken neckline. With the high probability after the breakout, the broken neckline turns into a strong resistance, into the zone from where we can quite safely sell the market. It can be a very safe zone from where we can open a short trade and anticipate a bearish continuation. So with all that being said, also remember that daily time frame analysis, even though daily time frame is a very powerful time frame, and even though the daily structure breakouts and the patterns on a daily time frame are very significant and give very reliable signals, single time frame analysis is not enough for us, and it is always highly recommendable to analyze at least one more time frame to dive deeper, to check how the price reacts to the broken neckline and try to look for some confirmation. And multiple time frame analysis helps, because with multiple time frame analysis we can look for the intraday signals. We can look how the price reacts to that broken neckline from the intraday perspective. So the second time frame in my trading strategy is the 4-hour time frame. After I analyze the daily and after I spot a nice zone or level to open the trade from, I analyze the 4-hour. And on the 4-hour time frame, what I do, I analyze the price action again, and I am trying to spot some reliable signal. What do we see on a 4-hour time frame? Do we see any signal? Do we see any confirmation here? At the moment, there is nothing special to rely on a 4-hour. I think the only clue that we can consider in a 4-hour time frame is that we had quite a weird trend line right here, not that valid one. So there's nothing special in the 4-hour to pay close attention to, and that is a very typical situation when you trade with the multiple time frame top-down analysis. There always will be the situations when you start analyzing the lower time frame and you will see nothing. It is very typical. If so, then you have one more time frame to check. If there's nothing to trade on the 4-hour time frame, what we do, we analyze the hourly time frame. Then we analyze the hourly, and on an hourly time frame, we will try to find some signal. And hello, Ikram. Thank you for joining the live stream. And by the way, Ikram says that he wants videos about important chart patterns. I already prepared a very nice video with the winning rates of classic chart patterns this year. So if you followed me throughout this year, you know that the majority of the trading setups and signals that I share are based on the chart patterns. So what I did throughout the entire year, I kept the record and the performance of each chart pattern that I traded. And I guess next week, or probably a little bit later, I'm going to share a video with the winning rates and the accuracy of all the chart patterns that I traded this year. Yeah. So returning back to the hourly time frame, let's analyze the price action and let's check how the price was reacting to a broken neckline of a head and shoulders pattern that we spotted on a daily. And here we will see a very peculiar and rare situation. The fact is that after we retested our broken neckline, we formed a very nice pattern right here. You can see that we formed one more head and shoulders pattern. So we formed two head and shoulders patterns. One pattern was formed on a daily time frame and one pattern was formed on an hourly time frame. And you can see that yesterday during the New York session, the market successfully violated the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern on an hourly. This broke out and the formation of this strong high momentum bearish candle was a very strong bearish signal. That was a very clear example of a bearish imbalance. And that was more than enough for me to confirm that with the high probability the market will continue falling, that sellers are willing to place huge selling orders here, and that chances are high that the blue zone that we spotted on a daily will be respected and that from that the market will drop. So what I did before I went to sleep yesterday, I simply set my sell limit order on a retest of a broken neckline, and when I woke up I spotted that the trade went active at night. I set my stop loss above the head of this head and shoulders pattern formation, and I simply anticipate a bearish movement at least to that horizontal structure support. So that is the active trade that I'm currently holding on a dollar Swiss pair. And of course you can see that now the market is trading above the entry and the trading position is now in a little drawdown. So from such a perspective, you have two options. You can either open the trading position now. It will be a little bit more riskier because now the price is going up. So the winning chances always reduce when the position is in a drawdown. So the first option is to open the trade now. You will get better reward to risk ratio. Or you can apply the sell stop and you can sell the market once the market starts falling and returns back to my entry level. There are two entry strategies for you to follow right here, either selling now or waiting. And my trade is already active. And initially, by the way, I really liked how the price reacted to the neckline in the pattern. But yeah, with the London session opening, something happened and we formed quite a strong bullish candle right here. So let's see what is going to, how the pair is going to act today. But that is the rule-based trading setup that I spotted and that I wanted to share with you. Let me ask you this if you have any questions about this trading setup. Also, let me know in the live chat if you want me to share with you some crypto-based technical analysis setups that I trade and that I use for trading Bitcoin and the altcoins. Give me a yes in the live chat and I will check that for you. And I see, by the way, a question from David. Hello, David. Thank you for joining the live stream. I see a question from about Bitcoin. So let's briefly take a look at this one and check what is going on with Bitcoin. And I guess you saw that on Bitcoin, we see the clear signs of the slowing momentum. And if you're wondering how I know that Bitcoin is slowing down, why I see that the momentum is slowing, it's very easy. By the very simple strategy to assess the current momentum is to just watch how the market acted previously, and we can see that we got a very rapid growth. Right here, we got a very strong bullish impulse, and that was kind of the angle of the bullish movement. That is how sharply the market was going up. And then after that, we clearly started to slow down. The growth became not that rapid. You can see that though we continued updating the higher highs and higher lows, though we continued trading in a bullish trend, the strength of that bullish trend definitely reduced. And that is very important because the slowing momentum always indicate highly probable coming correction or at least a pullback. And for you, if you are interested in investing in crypto and particularly in Bitcoin, for you the signs of the slowing momentum may indicate that the correction is coming, and you can then look for a very nice pullback and buy the market then with a nice discount. So this slowing momentum is very peculiar. And so far in this slowing momentum, we can identify quite a significant support. Yes, that is so far a very strong support cluster that the market keeps respecting. In the past, it was a strong resistance. After the breakout, it turned into support, and the market continues respecting that. And so far, as I said, because the trend is bullish, because we are still have a nice tendency to update the highs after each test of that support and after each retracement, I think that still Bitcoin has a nice chance to update the high again, because so far the price nicely keeps updating the higher highs and higher lows. Yes, the probabilities will be high that from such a perspective the trend will continue and that we will set a new higher high. I think that a new higher high can be just slightly above the previous one, and it can potentially be 105 level. It is gonna be the closest psychological level. So if the growth continues, that can be the next potentially strong resistance. And we can expect the start of the extended correctional movement after the breakout of that yellow support. If a daily candle closes below that yellow support cluster, then I think we can expect a bearish movement lower, and then with the high probability the correction will start. So that is so far my current outlook. Stevie says, I have been watching BTC and can see change of patterns coming, but bullish trends, so gotta be switch on. You know, remember that the market may stay in a bullish trend for a very extended period of time. And just remember how long gold is in a strong bullish trend already. So from the timing perspective, we are in a bullish trend since the end of September. So the bullish rally may easily continue, and the market has unlimited growth potential. So for now it is too early to say about the global reversal, about the start of a global bearish trend. For now we are just discussing a potential correctional movement, and then a bullish continuation. From such a perspective, it is too early to discuss the big reversal. Then let's discuss some altcoins, I think, because I guess you saw that Yesterday there were nice pullbacks, corrections on major altcoins, and there are some nice alts that can provide nice buying opportunity for us. One of those is on Dotcoin, the Polkadot USDT, if you are looking for the ticker of this coin. If we analyze the price action, I wanted to show you a very significant support that the market is now testing. If we look left at structure, you can see that we have a very important zone right here. We have a very important structure cluster that the price tested yesterday. You can see that trading in a strong bullish trend, the market updated the high, set a new higher high, higher close, and then we got a correction. Then we got a very nice pullback to that key horizontal structure support. Watching how significant is that support for the market participants and watching how nicely it was respected by the market in the past, we may assume that the next trend following wave will initiate from that support, and we can look for a signal to buy the market from that support. And again, similarly to Forex market, when we treat with the top-down multiple time frame analysis, we don't treat one single time frame after we spot a nice zone to buy or sell the market from. Then we start analyzing the intraday price action and we look for confirmation to open the trade. In that particular case, let's open a 4-hour time frame and see if there is any nice confirmation. On the 4-hour time frame, we don't see any pattern. We don't see any bullish signal. The only bullish clues that we may recognize are the strong rejections from that yellow zone. You can see that we have huge wicks right here, and this long wick was formed after the test of our yellow support. It indicates a strong buying pressure from that, but we don't see any price action signal. So as I already explained at the beginning of the live stream, if we don't see the signal on a 4-hour time frame, then let's open the hourly and look for the signal there. And on an hourly time frame, we may spot a very perfect bullish pattern. We may spot a very nice example of a cup and handle pattern. That is the pattern, traders. That is our very cute bullish pattern that the price formed. And spotting the cup and handle pattern, again, a very important element of the pattern is, of course, its horizontal neckline. The horizontal neckline of the pattern is the resistance from where sellers are selling. Let me change the color for you so you could better recognize that. So far, we see a clear bearish pressure from that resistance. So far, we see a clear willingness of sellers to sell the market from that resistance. So our confirmation in such a situation, our confirmation signal will be the violation, the breakout of that blue neckline. Once the hourly candle closes above that, it will be our strong bullish signal. It will be our strong bullish confirmation, and then we can buy. We can buy, you can buy aggressively after a breakout or conservatively on a retest. By the way, I personally prefer the retest option, and you can anticipate a bullish movement all the way up to current high. As we discussed, the market is trading in a strong bullish trend on a daily, and we can anticipate a bullish movement to at least to the resistance based on the current high. So returning back to the hourly time frame, that blue resistance is gonna be the initial target for the trade with the stop loss lying below the lows of the pattern. And of course, if you are a trend follower and if you are anticipating a bullish continuation to the new highs, your targets definitely can be extended and you can anticipate a bullish movement much higher. Just pick some profits when the current high is retested, book some profits, and then just keep holding, anticipating more growth. And Stevie says, could you consider that a double bottom? Yes, that can be a double bottom as well, but usually when we see the double bottom, the price action should have the equal lows or almost equal lows. And in that particular case, we have the lower low and a clear higher low. So I would say that it is the cup and handle. But some traders call that a double bottom, and some traders call that a double bottom with the higher low. So there is no mistake to call that pattern a double bottom. Yeah. Let me know, traders, if everything is clear so far. Let me know if you understood the logic of this trade. And let's quickly check one more. It is on Ethereum. Very similar one, very closely correlated to the DOT, to the previous trading instrument that we discussed. Again, on Ethereum, if we analyze Ethereum on a daily time frame, we can see a clear, strong bullish trend. We can see how rapidly the market is going up. And in the strong bullish trend, we can spot a very significant support. We have a very strong support cluster that the market respected many times in the past. And trading in a strong bullish trend, updating the high right here, we retraced to that support. And you can see how perfectly the market respected that support. With all that being said, let's look for confirmation. Let's look for a confirmation signal to buy the market from that support. On the 4-hour time frame, what we see the strong rejection. Yes, nothing special, just the rejection. But on an hourly time frame, we have, again, very similar cup and handle pattern, right? That is our pattern. And again, if you are looking for buying Ethereum, if you're looking for confirmation signal on Ethereum, then definitely the violation of the neckline of the pattern right here can be a strong bullish signal that will push the prices at least to current high. Yes, so the both setups are very similar, so you basically apply the same rules in trading these setups. And by the way, that is I always repeat to my students that the main thing that I so hate about trading crypto is that the majority of the alts are very closely correlated. And, you know, when you start analyzing the the top 20 altcoins by the market capitalization, the price action on these coins is typically very similar. That makes the entire trading process very boring, because most of the time when the bearish sentiment starts, we see the bearish movements around all the cryptos. And if the market, if the Bitcoin is bullish and the crypto market is bullish, all the alts are growing in a very similar manner. That is quite, for me personally, that is quite a big minus of crypto trading. And let's also check XRP. I see a question about XRP. So, you know, with XRP, what I don't like about a current price action is that this support on XRP, the support that the price tested at the moment, is not that significant as the supports that we spotted on Ethereum and on DOT. Moreover, the price action, the recent price action on XRP is not that bullish. We updated the high right here. We retraced to that support, and here we set a lower high. Lower high, the formation of a lower high in a bullish trend is always a clear sign of weakness. So for buying XRP, buying XRP doesn't look that good as buying Ethereum and DOT. So again, you can easily rely on a breakout of the neckline of this cup and handle pattern on an hourly. You can definitely look for the breakout of the neckline right here to buy, anticipating a bullish movement. But the trade on DOT looks much better to me. Yes, so these are the strategies and the ways to treat altcoins with multiple time frame analysis. Let me know, traders, if you have any questions. Let me know what else to analyze for you. I see questions about dollar yen. Let's discuss dollar yen and check what is up with the pair. We discussed the yen pairs with my students yesterday in my training academy on a live stream, and the thing is that it looks like the correction, the recent correctional movement that we saw on dollar yen pair is kind of over. You can see that since September, we are trading in a bullish trend. The market is bullish. The market reached that high, and from that high, we got a correction, a strong correctional movement. And then the price reached a very significant price level. You can see that we have a very important structure level right here. The one that was respected by the market many times in the past. It was a strong resistance, it was the strong support, and over time it serves as the magnet for the price. And falling quite rapidly, the price reached that support, and that support was perfectly respected, and that support provided the zone where buyers started to buy and where we formed a peculiar double bottom pattern. I guess you see that the price managed to form a double bottom pattern right here, and you can see that at the moment we see the breakout attempt of its neckline. We see the attempt of the buyers to violate that resistance. And if the daily candle closes above that, if we close above that yellow resistance, that yellow neckline of this double bottom formation, then I think it will confirm that the market returns back to this bullish trend. The violation of that resistance will push the prices much higher, and growth will be expected. And I think realistically, before the end of the year, we can expect a movement to that resistance and then even potentially higher. So concentrate your attention on the today's daily candle close, and if we close above that, then yes, bullish movement will most likely continue. Now, for our time frame, we already see some signs of strength of the buyers. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we got a minor 4-hour resistance right here that the price respected, and we see the breakout attempt of this one. At the moment, the formation of a new higher high. Yeah, look by the way how nice is the price action on a 4-hour. Yes, we formed a strong bullish impulse. We started the correction, we corrected, and then we went up and updated the high. So from a 4-hour time frame perspective, we have a confirmed bullish trend here already. So I think that the pair has a nice growth potential. Now, gold traders, give me yes in the live chat and I will analyze gold for you. Just show me if all the if gold traders gathered on the today's live stream, give me yes and I will check gold for you. And also I see a question about ENAUSD. No, not sure what is this coin. Honestly never heard about this one, but let me briefly check that for you. And let's discuss it. So, yeah, from such a perspective, we can see that the market nicely respected that significant resistance. We have a very strong structure that the price reached, and so far that resistance holds. So if you're looking for the confirmation and a signal of a further bullish continuation, I think the best strategy to follow is to look for the breakout of that blue resistance. If a daily candle closes above that blue resistance, I think that then we can expect a bullish movement to the current all-time high, right? So that is basically what I see right here. So far we have a nice correctional movement on a 4-hour time frame. We even see a minor bearish trend right here. So, where can be our closest significant support? I think that our closest significant support can be somewhere right here. So the market may easily keep correcting at least till this support, so you can pay close attention to that support for potential buying. Then let's check gold. Let's analyze gold. And I guess you saw, traders, that this week the market started this week in a quite bullish mood, but the thing is that the consolidation that we spotted on our yesterday's live stream is still on. It is still here, and I want to remind you that on the previous live stream, analyzing gold on a daily time frame, we spotted the consolidation. We spotted that the market is now trading in this consolidation range, perfectly respecting its lower boundary, perfectly respecting its upper boundary. And what is very important to remember about today's London and New York sessions is that today is a very light day on fundamentals. Today we are not expecting any high impact news releases. Today we are not expecting any important fundamentals. Why is it so important? Because I explained many times that the market starts consolidating because at some moment it finds the so-called fair value. It is the situation when the supply and demand find the equilibrium, the balance. And you can see that the market remains in a balance for more than 2 trading weeks already. And one of the major main things that tend to make the market violate the consolidation, to create the imbalance on the market, are the high impact US news. Because today we don't have any high impact news, it may signify that the market will keep staying within the range. Yes, for now, there is no fundamental basis for the market to violate this horizontal resistance. So far, even though we got quite a bullish start of the week, you can see that the price keeps respecting the resistance of the range. We closed respecting that the daily candle closed within that resistance. So I think that at least for now the consolidation will continue, and the consolidation might be violated, and we may see the next extended strong bullish or bearish movement only after the release of some important news. So for that reason, you should always pay close attention to the economic calendar. You should pay attention to the coming news releases. And for example, tomorrow we can see that we are expecting the US inflation data. US inflation data is always the high impact news event for gold market. So tomorrow might be the very volatile day with the breakout, the violation of that consolidation. But for today, I think that we will still continue trading within the boundaries of that consolidation. Once you spotted, by the way, the consolidation, once you spotted that the market is ranging and trades within the range, one of the best strategies to follow to predict the coming bullish or bearish movement is to concentrate on the support and the resistance of that consolidation and wait for the breakout. So if a daily candle closes above the resistance of the range, that will confirm bullish imbalance on the market and the strong bullish sentiment. It will inevitably push the prices higher, and the next goal for the buyers will be the next strong resistance. Yes, so after the breakout of the resistance zone of the consolidation range, we can expect a bullish movement to the next strong resistance. Alternatively, the violation of the support of the range will push the prices lower, and then we can anticipate a bearish movement to the closest strong daily horizontal resistance. But for now, as I said, we will most likely keep staying within this range. And once you spot the consolidation range, you can consider looking for buying opportunities from the support of the range, trying to buy from that, anticipating a bullish movement to the resistance of the range. And you can also look for selling the market from the resistance of the range, anticipating a bearish movement to the support of the range. Because we see the test of the resistance of the range, we can look for signal to sell. We can look for some bearish signal, and we can anticipate a local bearish movement to the support of the range. But we don't open the trading positions blindly. Again, before we open the trade, we should check the intraday price action, and we should look for the intraday confirmation. Let's check a 4-hour time frame, and let's discuss what can be our confirmation on the 4-hour. And on the 4-hour time frame, analyzing the price action, we can easily notice a very peculiar potential bearish pattern. Look, we have a very nice, almost completed double top pattern right here. And why this double top is so important? Because this double top can give us the confirmation. That can give us a confirmation signal. The only thing, however, is that when you draw the neckline of this double top, it is highly recommendable to take into consideration the recent price action right here, because the neckline of the pattern is part of that bigger support right here. So what will be our bearish signal? What will be the confirmation that will give us a reliable bearish signal? Our strong bearish signal will be, of course, the violation of that neckline. If after formation of a double top pattern on the resistance of our range, the price will violate its neckline and close below that, it will leave an important bearish clue. It will give us a reliable bearish confirmation, and it will push the prices down to the support of our consolidation range. And that can be your potential consolidation trade. So what I like about this particular trading plan on gold is that because of the absence of the high impact fundamental news today, technicals will most likely dominate, and the rules of supply and demand, supports and resistances, classic price action always work more accurately when there are no high impact fundamentals. So this can be a very reliable plan to follow to trade gold in a current consolidation. Let me know if everything is clear so far in my analysis. Let me know what do you think about this trading plan. Let me know what do you expect from gold from a current perspective. Are you bullish, bearish, or what is your opinion? And reading different news outlets, I also think that probably this consolidation signifies that the market is waiting for the clarifications about the current war in Ukraine, because there are a lot of rumors now that the politicians are going to sign some peace treaty or at least start the negotiations. So far, these are just the rumors. So far, we don't see the real actions. But if there will be some positive news about the resolution of the conflict, I guess gold may go much, much lower. While if the promises of Trump to bring peace back will be false, then I guess you understand that the market may go much, much higher. But who knows? Who knows? Let me know what are your thoughts on that and what are your expectations. Then, question from Ava. Hey, hi Vasily, hope you are going well. Question, do you ever rely on other indicators either for volume or for any reasons? You know, there are a lot of reliable technical indicators that can help you to make more accurate trading decisions. But these indicators, the RSI, the volume, the average true range, all these indicators can be applied in very specific cases. Yes, and sometimes these indicators can provide some extra confirmations. So while you are learning how to trade, I strongly believe that indicators will simply make your chart more messy, and it will be more complicated for you to analyze the price chart with the bunch of the technical indicators on that. But once you mature in trading, once you understand the basic principles, and once you build the trading plan and the rules for trading different instruments, then you can add the technical indicators on your chart to just a little bit increase the accuracy of your predictions and just to look for some extra minor confirmations. And yeah, and after analyzing gold, let's check silver as well. Yes, so I also see a question about silver. So let's discuss what is going on with silver at the moment. And what happened with silver in comparison to gold? Silver was also consolidating, but silver managed to violate the resistance of the consolidation range. That was our range where silver was stuck for more than how many days we were trading within that range. The market was trading within that range for 30 trading days. So that was quite a long period, and the market successfully violated its resistance, indicating at least the local strength of the buyers. The main problem with silver, however, is that though the resistance of the range was definitely violated, just a little bit higher right here, we have one more very significant resistance that the price perfectly respected. So from such a perspective, we can see that silver is stuck between two significant structures that are lying very close to each other. From one side, we have the broken resistance of the range that now turned into support, And from another side, we have that strong resistance. And from such a perspective, it is hard to see what is going to happen with the market next. But I think the fundamentals, the fundamental news that we are expecting tomorrow will make the market act, and we will most likely see some signal. But from the current perspective, we check the intraday time frames, if we check what is happening, at the moment I see nothing special. So from such a perspective, I think that it would be better to wait for some news, for some clear price action before we make any prediction. Let me introduce what else to analyze for you. Let me know if you have any questions. And I see a question from Stevie about the Mother's bar on this one. Did you mean this one, the Mother's bar? I think you meant this one, yeah. That can be the Mother's bar, of course, but the problem with this Mother's bar is that it is too big, man. It's too big, and consider all this consecutive movement to be the inside bar. I think it is a too big candle for the valid inside bar formation. So yeah, and question about dollar Swiss. Yes. So the position is now in a deeper drawdown. I see that for now the growth continues, and the market is now retesting the level of the head. So from such a perspective, definitely shorting is already not an option. So if you still did not open the trade, then definitely selling from current price levels is very risky. So the only strategy that you can follow for now is to set the sell stop on my entry level. So if the price respects the level of the head and starts falling, then with the sell stop, the short trade will be activated after the price returns back to my entry level. That can be the strategy to follow. But from such a perspective, this one definitely looks very pessimistic. Now, I see a question about pound CAD. There was a gap on pound CAD, says Yav. How do you treat the gaps? I didn't see the gap on pound CAD. Honestly, I didn't see any price gap. Not sure where you spotted one, but on my YouTube channel there are already 2 or even 3 videos where I explained how to treat gaps, and I explained my gap trading strategy. So you can simply search among the videos on my YouTube channel, and you will find the gap trading strategy, gap down and gap up openings trading strategy. And yes, just check it. So the only thing that I can see about pound CAD at the moment is that the price is approaching a significant daily structural resistance, and on this resistance we kind of started to consolidate within the range. We started to trade within this horizontal range, and the resistance of the range matches with the structure that we spotted on the daily. And from that, we can look for some pullback trade. And yeah, so even though I don't see any valid confirmation here at the moment, we have a strong intraday support right here. Let me just change the color so you could better see what I'm talking about. We have this support right here, and we may form some, for example, some head and shoulders pattern on that. So you can monitor the price action, look for the formation of some bearish pattern right here, and if the price violates that neckline, then you can consider shorting, anticipating a bearish movement to that support. Yes, that can be a potential short trade for pound CAD, but I don't see any price gaps right here. Then Philip says, "Hi Vasily, can we check Dow Jones and Nasdaq?" Of course. And thank you for joining the live stream. So, talking about US30 index. On US30 index, we finally see some pullback after the price updated the all-time high. And at the moment, we are trading on this significant daily horizontal support. Because the trend is bullish, because we are trading in a strong bullish trend, from that support, we can look for trend following buying. From that support, one more bullish movement may initiate, so we can look for some bullish continuation. And what can be our confirmation? On an hourly time frame, so far, you can see that we started to consolidate. You can see that the market started to trade within the range, and that range can provide the intraday bullish signal. You can monitor the price action within this range, and you can look for the breakout of its neckline as the bullish confirmation. So wait patiently for the hourly candle close above that resistance. It can give you a signal to buy that will push the prices higher. Alternatively, as it may always happen, the correction on US30 may continue, and if so, our next strong support will be only right here. So that will be the next support from where I will look for trend following buying. If we open now the US 100 index, on this one the situation is a little bit different, because if US 30 index is now trading on a key daily support, US 100 index is quite far from a recently broken structure. That is our closest strong support that I see, and you can also notice the local weakness of the index at the moment. So following the trend and looking for buying, that is going to be the closest strong support from where I would look for confirmation to buy. That is going to be the closest strong structure from where we can look for trend following buying US 100. And we also have a strong support a little bit lower right here. We have one more right here, and on US 100 we have much more significant supports to watch. By the way, what I like about the upper horizontal support is that it matches with this rising trend line, and the trend line and the horizontal structure gives us the contracting demand zone, the zone where buying orders may concentrate, huge amount of buying orders may concentrate. So pay close attention to that zone. And again, why the market can be that weak at the moment? What is the main cause of the local weakness? It is simply the absence of the news. So far there are no news, no fundamental triggers. So that is the moment for the market to correct and retrace. Yeah. Then what will be the next instrument that we will analyze? And concerning the gaps, by the way, traders, sometimes there are the situations when one quote provider of a trading instrument may display a completely different price action. I mean that, for example, US 100 index can be displayed from the different brokers' perspective. For example, this chart is from the Capital.com broker. If we change the quote provider, we may occasionally see the differences. For example, you can see that we have a price gap right here. If we return back to Capital.com, yeah, I believe that there's no gap. Yes, so you can see that sometimes there are the differences, huge differences between the quotes of the same trading instrument. So yeah, with my broker, I don't see with the broker on PoundCAD that I use for analysis, I don't see the price gap that you are talking about. Then let's check Dogecoin quickly. How it's called, the Department of Government Efficiency, right? And yeah, this one. And I already saw a lot of memes that the Department of the Government Efficiency is already the government, so it's gonna be crap anyway. So as we discussed Bitcoin at the beginning of this live stream, on Doge we see the clear slowing momentum. That was our rapid growth, and then we continued growing. But the pace of that growth is already not that strong as it was at the beginning of November. And we see that so far the price nicely respects that rising trend line, and from that rising trend line we already saw 3 strong bullish movements. Also, this rising trend line matches nicely with this strong horizontal structure support, so we have a very nice demand zone right here. Yes, that is based on that horizontal structure in the trend line. From that demand zone, a bullish trend following movement may initiate. And now let's just look for the confirmation on the 4-hour time frame. Nothing special. Let's check the hourly. And on an hourly time frame, as on the Dotcoin that we discussed, like on the Ethereum, we see in that particular case, I would even call that a double bottom. We see a double bottom pattern. We see that the market is preparing to test its neckline very soon. So your bullish confirmation signal right here, your bullish signal will be the violation of the neckline of the pattern. Then we can anticipate a bullish movement to current high. Yes, that is my analysis. And by the way, remember that from such a perspective, if the price violates both that horizontal support and this rising trend line on a daily, and if we see a daily candle close below them too, yeah, then we can expect more correction. Then we can anticipate quite an extended correctional movement lower. Yeah, and that is the Doge at the moment. Emmy, thank you for joining the live stream. If you just joined and missed the discussion about the Doge, just check the recording. Yeah, just 5 minutes ago I started the analysis of Doge. Let me introduce what else to analyze for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if everything is clear so far with all the instruments and charts that we discussed. And then there was one thing. Yeah, I was also asked about WTI crude oil. Let's briefly check that so you could understand what is exactly happening right here. So yesterday on my free Telegram channel, I shared the support and resistance analysis for WTI crude oil. And yesterday I indicated that we have a strong horizontal resistance right here, and we also have a very significant support cluster right here. And I was asked from a current perspective, what the yesterday's price movement signify? And the answer is that so far that structure is still valid. So far it is not broken because we closed perfectly respecting its boundaries. So if you're looking for a signal on oil at the moment, for now it's better to wait because the structure still holds. But at the same time, yes, the intraday price action is very bullish. So it is kind of the contradiction. So it is for now better to wait. If I remember, today we are expecting the OPEC meeting, so today's fundamentals will most likely clarify the current situation. So I think that it is better to wait for the news so far. See a question about CAD yen. CBA, thank you for leading me now if everything is fine. If we analyze CAD yen on the CAD yen, after quite an extended bearish movement, after quite an extended correction, the market started to consolidate. I guess you saw that we are now trading within this horizontal range. And that is a very, 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 very tricky situation, because depending on your perspective, you may have completely different bias on CAD yen pair. From the short-term perspective, we have a strong bearish trend, and this consolidation may indicate that selling volumes are accumulating, and soon the market will drop lower and violate the support of the range and update the low. But if we zoom out the chart and analyze the price action since August, we can see that we are in quite a healthy, steady bullish trend. And the formation of this range may indicate the completion of this correction and the accumulation of buying volumes and the highly probable coming bullish movement. And both perspectives are completely valid, and we never know who is right till one of the boundaries of the range are violated. The best strategy to follow so far on the CAD yen pair is, of course, to wait for the breakouts. If the support of the range is violated, if a daily candle closes below, then we can anticipate a bearish movement to that support. That is going to be the next goal for the sellers then. While the violation of the resistance of the range and the daily candle close above that can be a strong bullish, can give a strong bullish continuation that will push the prices higher to that resistance. So both scenarios may happen. As I explained, it is quite hard to have a correct bias right here, because definitely short-term perspective is very bearish, but long-term is bullish. So who knows? It's better to wait for the breakout. Breakout gives a very accurate and strong continuation, especially on a daily time frame. And while we are waiting for some fundamental triggers for the breakout, remember that you can trade the market within this consolidation range. So far, the support of the range is a very safe zone from where you can look for buying, expecting a bullish movement to the resistance of the range, and from the resistance of the range you can look for selling, expecting a bearish movement to the support of the range. Can you run FEPS on a daily, says Stevie. FEPS can be applied on any chart, on any time frame, and of course FEPS can be applied on a daily as well. The only thing that is important for correct application of the FEPS is the correct recognition of the impulse leg. For example, we have a strong bullish impulse right here. Yes, and based on that impulse, we draw our Fibonacci retracement levels, and we do the same thing with the bigger impulses. Yes, and with that, what we are trying to do, we are just trying to find some confluence, some price levels where the Fibonacci's match. And here, in that particular case, I don't see any strong confluences. I guess the only remarkable one is right here. It matches with the recent price action, and we see how nicely the price reacts to that confluence zone. But by the way, in my YouTube channel, there is a separate watch list, separate playlist where I collected a lot of videos about Fibonacci trading basics, extension and retracement levels, Fibonacci trading strategy, different ways to apply Fibonacci in trading. You can check that. I guess it's gonna be very, very, very useful. So that is, by the way, what I prepared for you for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's live session, traders. As always, if you are interested in my premium stuff, I have a trading academy where I do this live streams on a daily basis, where I do live trading from Monday to Friday, where you can also ask me questions. Also, I have a course for you, a video course explaining my trading strategy, and the book. I have the VIP signals group where I share the trading signals with entry, stop loss, and target. And also on my website, VasilyTrader.com, I have a lot of free stuff for you. I have a lot of free educational articles covering the trading basics, trading strategies, risk management, everything you need to succeed in trading. So visit my website and check the free education page. You will definitely learn something new. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your participation. As always, the recording will be provided in a couple of minutes, and see you next time. And thank you for your support, traders.